There are many people who want to relive their childhood with Nintendo Entertainment System games, but actual systems cost a great deal nowadays. So here's my top 5 Wii Virtual Console games, NES style. Now, everyone can argue that games like Mega Man, Castlevania, Super Mario Bros. 3, those are all must-have games. But here's a list of 5 games that, in my opinion, are games that you might just pass over, but you shouldn't. Number 5, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2. I've been a big fan of puzzle gaming ever since I purchased this game way back in 1989. Based off the immensely popular Eggerland series in Japan, Adventures of Lolo lets you play a small blue hero. Now, he doesn't have fire breath, and he doesn't even swallow enemies and take their powers. His only ability is his big brain. Well, that and to turn enemies into eggs, but well, I guess. Lala has been kidnapped and is being held in the top level of a demon's tower. It's up to Lolo to use his intelligence and traverse the traps of the levels of the tower to rescue his girl. Lolo's intelligence is, in essence, your intelligence, and that pushes you to want to do well and push on. People who aren't puzzle enthusiasts may want to stay away from titles like these, but later levels not only enhance the puzzle portion, but push your controller skills, as certain puzzles may need speed and accuracy to complete. Otherwise, you can just take your time and really think out these puzzles. They're both fun titles and are worth a look-see. Number 4, Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. Really, both games should be in your possession, whether they be in cart form or in virtual console form. Ryu Hayabusa is one of the iconic characters from the system, and with a storyline that sucks you in almost immediately, and with some cutscenes that seem like they're straight out of a movie, Ninja Gaiden enjoys interesting graphics that put a lot of information on the screen. Sometimes this can lead to a slowdown, but that's actually a bonus, as it might help you with timing and accuracy. And with some of the most difficult bosses around, these are not games that you can finish in one sitting. Number 3, Super Dodgeball. This game is one of the few sports games that I consistently come back to and continue to play. The amount of special shots and the ease of learning the game mechanics makes this a game that is easy to play and fun to come back to. Part of the Kunio Neketsu series, this is the first sports game after the original Kunio Soccer that was released, and it holds a place in many people's childhood memories. This game has been released and re-released for so many consoles so many times, even handhelds, but my favorite memories are playing it on the NES. With the 2-player mode, you can go toe-to-toe with an opponent and even choose your team for strategy. And once your opponent has gained skill, some games can be real nail-biters to see who hits the buttons accidentally or if you can fake your friend out. Really an exciting game. Number 2, Final Fantasy. Yes, the first one. Oh, how I love it so. Oh, I can remember buying this in the stores way back when. Keeping all the excitement and epic storytelling elements as it had when it first came out in 1990, this is one game that you can play over and over and over while it still stays fresh and an exciting game every single time. Being one of the few games of the time that allowed you to choose your adventuring party really was a payoff, where you could start the game with any combination that you desired. People would often challenge themselves by making a party of all black wizards or of all thieves. It's great to go back to the games that started a series and see what made them popular in the first place. Many games don't hold up to the test of time, but I believe that this one does. And while it can be difficult and expensive to find the cartridge nowadays, only 500 Wii points will net you this classic RPG, and you can play it right away. And finally, number 1, Crash and the Boys Street Challenge. If it were up to me, every single Kunio game would have come out in the US. Well, except for Kunio no Oden. Screw that game. This game is one of those titles that is mindless enjoyment and great fun to pop in and play against friends. Imagine River City Ransom characters mixed with a fast-paced race over rooftops, down sewers, and in swimming pools. Unfortunately, covers at that time really did sell video games, and the US cover didn't lead adults to playing this title. But it's not your fault. It stands at our #1 spot because it's a challenging game that has memorable characters and lots of slapstick battles. It's fun in single player mode as well as with multiple players, and with several layers of play available, you can really just play what you want and when you want with enjoyment every single time. The 500-point price tag isn't that bad of an incentive either.